Hey, it's Micah. Quick note before this episode. This was recorded back during the last Rumble weekend, and this weekend following this episode is also going to be Rumble weekend. So if you've got Pokemon Rumble, if you've got Weekend Edition, you want to shiny hunt with the rest of the community, I encourage you to participate in Rumble weekend this weekend. Additionally, if you are in the Milwaukee area, Kiefer and I are both going to be at Milwaukee Regionals this weekend, all 3 days. And on Saturday at 5 p.m., we will be participating in a Retro Shiny Challenge where we shiny hunt in generations 2 through 5 to see how many shinies we can get in 1 hour. So it would be great to have you there. It's a very cool shiny hunting event that was created by Nora in the Future, who is an awesome part of the shiny hunting community. And she created this for people to shiny hunt at these in-person events. It has also been hosted by Quick Panic, who is another awesome member of the shiny hunting community. But since neither of them are going to be able to be at Milwaukee Regionals, I asked if we could run it. So me and my friend Magnemite will be hosting it. Kiefer will be there. If you want to come hang out, chat with us, shiny hunt, and contribute to the big number, that would be awesome, and it would be very cool to see you there. All right, enjoy the episode. I don't remember what it means, but I think you said.
Oh no.
Was it Mpreg?
Oh, okay. Anyway,
Not even gonna lie, the first time I heard that like years ago, I thought it was a file format. I
Welcome to the Soft Reset, where we talk about shiny hunting Pokemon while we're shiny hunting Pokemon. My name is Micah.
and I'm Kiefer.
And today we have a special edition. You could even say it's the weekend edition, because we have a special guest with us today. His name is Matt, but you can call him Absol.
Oh, that was a reference.
He said the thing.
He
said the thing.
I'm sorry that I said it. You can say it. Let's run it again. You say it. This is
Yeah,
your thing.
Michael,
so I
what the
don't wanna
hell?
step
You're
on
just
the-
stepping on feet, dude.
I'm trying to like, you know, no spoilers who it is, and then it's surprise, it's Matt.
But you call me Absol.
There we go.
Yeah!
Hey!
He said the thing, dude.
I said the thing.
So if you don't know Matt is easily one of the most knowledgeable and experienced Pokemon creators in the space. Has been at this for over 14 years, is that right?
Yep.
Which is
Going on
amazing.
15 next year.
Damn.
And if you aren't watching Matt, I can guarantee you that your favorite Pokemon creators are watching Matt. Today, we will get into why, but today we're hunting in Pokemon Rumble for the Wii.
Get ready to rumble.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? And let's start with how long you've been playing Pokemon
How
for.
long you been playing Pokemon? Your mother's maiden name, your
All right.
IP address, your
Okay,
home
my social
address.
security.
Yes.
I'll give y'all like most of the digits, but I'll leave out a couple more so the audience can guess. So
okay. We get a little puzzle for the
Yeah,
audience.
yeah.
I like that.
There's also, if you look at the back of your credit card, I know this is probably you're not
3
used to seeing
wacky
this, but
digits.
There's you could just recite those for me, or actually better yet,
yeah,
just
sure
take
thing,
a
sure
picture and drop it in the Discord. We'll need that.
What if I
later.
just show it on camera right here?
Yeah,
so
honestly,
everyone
yeah.
at home
I
can,
like-
like,
And
just
then
get a
we'll
good look.
blow it up in the edit so that everyone can see it full screen.
Yeah, we'll use AI
There it is.
to
Wait.
enhance the photo too. Really make everybody
Perfect.
mad
Yeah,
about
like
it.
There it is.
I got this decal for $1 from Walmart in 2007, and it's held up.
Dude,
Is it
Mario has like
bubbly?
a hole going
yeah,
through him.
didn't they have?
It did bubble a little bit, yeah.
I love that.
I think they had them for more Mario characters because I vaguely remember having a Yoshi one.
I love that it looks like leopard print, but
It does, but it's mushrooms.
it's just mushrooms.
Mario knows how to party.
So how long? When did you start playing Pokemon, Matt?
Oh man, so like when I was like maybe like 3, I started watching like just this random show that was on TV, and it was like the episode where Ash was going up against Lieutenant Surge airing for the first time.
Oh, I remember
And
that.
from that moment, that became
Dunk
like
bitch.
my favorite show, and it took me till like I was in first grade to realize that my favorite show was also a video game, and it wasn't just like a video game; it was my favorite video game. So I got Pokemon
awesome.
Gold, and I've just been hooked ever since. 20-something years now, probably like 22 years now, just nonstop Pokemon all the time. And in like
incredible.
2010, I started up my channel just kind of like documenting stuff because I found this other channel called Pokemon Blogger, and I hadn't seen anyone else do it quite like he did, where he did a lot of combinations of like real life footage with game footage, going to like Toys R Us, filming like getting the Darkrai distribution and everything. And seeing that kind of inspired me to start doing my own stuff. Then I got really into shiny hunting, and 10 years ago, I found out that there's this weird side game called Pokemon Rumble for the Wii, and it had shinies in it. And kind of the rest is history from there.
That's awesome.
Right?
Watching a show and then learning after the fact that it's a game feels like a unique experience and also a mind-blowing one as a kid, especially.
It was like, as a kid, like, Pokemon was like my favorite thing. Like, I was collecting the cards and everything. My sister and I were trying to figure out what the real cards were, because like there were also like the Topps cards that had like the anime pictures on them and stuff, and we were like, well, these are really sparkly, so these are like the Pokemon cards everyone's talking about, right? And then we got like some of the real ones, and we're like, oh, these are the cards. And it was just like this weird discovery without much of the internet at all, because we had dial-up, and I was also like 6.
Yeah.
So everything changed when I got the Beckett Pokemon Collector magazines, and one day on the playground, I just randomly saw a kid playing it on his Game Boy.
Wait.
And I learned that you could actually go catch them.
Are those the magazines that have like the crazy sick covers? They're always like,
Yeah.
they have Yu-Gi-Oh cover ones that are like crazy. Isn't there like one with Mew and he's got like mad drip or some shit too?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have the poster from that one.
Dude,
Dripped out Mew.
no, it's crazy. He's got mad swag. He looks like he's from the city.
I loved Beckett Pokemon Collector. They had a like Dragon Ball one too. They had a like Beckett Dragon Ball Z or whatever, where it was just like, but their covers were always interesting because it was such a unique style for that time, where it felt like 3D models almost.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like CGI. I remember the Life of the Sky Dragon cover for it. I think there was. That was
I liked. There's like the lenticular one, right? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
I remember some of those issues were like reversible, and like on the other side, it was the Yu-Gi-Oh collector, and you flipped it over to read the other side of it. Man, those were the coolest though. Like, I would just get those from Walmart every month.
Dude, bring me back. I wish we had like magazines are already like a dying thing as it is. Like I miss Nintendo Power, the Beckett magazines, but the amount of demo discs. Like I remember getting like the Final Fantasy X demo disc in the mail, and I was so stoked to play that. I mean, it's not a thing anymore, right? Like
it's really not, especially like like demo discs in specific too. It's just not a thing.
Oh my gosh, yeah, like the old Walmart like GameCube demo discs that just had like a bunch of like games and movies and stuff on them.
Yes,
I've actually got the one that has the shiny Zigzagoon distribution on it.
Oh really? The berry
it's dope.
patch
The berry
update?
fix.
Yeah, the berry fix.
Wait, that's sick.
The berry
Clock
glitch,
issue.
yeah. So like, it's been a while since I've actually like looked into it. So like, please correct me if you remember and I'm wrong on this. But like, after like a year passes in Ruby and Sapphire, time will like freeze for the next year with like the way that things work. So like the berries will stop growing and everything. They didn't account for like how I think the year rolls over or something.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually made like a patch for it that could be distributed over link cable, and it's like built into some of the games like Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Emerald. But before those existed, they had like these little demo kiosks with like this demo disc where you could just download the berry fix to your game, and as like an extra bonus, as like an incentive to do that, they just gave out a shiny Zigzagoon. I think the Jirachi disc also did it.
Oh, okay.
Such a cool idea. Also, we just don't have that anymore. Like in an age of hot fixes and day one patches and stuff, we just don't have stuff like that anymore, which is such a...
It's so cool that they genuinely like cared enough to do that too. To be like, oh yeah, your berries will stop growing, so here's like a fix for it.
Yeah, it's great. How many years ago you started playing Pokemon?
Like 22.
22 years ago, and you've been almost at this at the Pokemon content creation side of it for almost 15.
Yeah,
so
and
you
that's
have
weird.
You've spent the majority of your time with Pokemon as a content creator as opposed to not a content creator. Is that
pretty much?
accurate?
Yeah, since the release of Heart Gold,
crazy.
Soul Silver.
Yeah, that's incredible. I feel like an extremely rare thing for people to be able to say that.
It's
that
weird, but like it's like my favorite thing to do. So I just
awesome.
always find time for it.
I know that Kiefer and I both watch your videos, and
dude.
It's some of my favorite content. I think there's something really inspirational about the way that you do Pokemon content too, because it highlights such the like positive side of of being a Pokemon fan.
Yeah.
It's not hyper specific to like news or events that are happening. It's you know, your experiences and what it's like just like being a Pokemon fan and enjoying things for the sake of enjoying them.
It's the purest form of like being a fan in my eyes, right? Because you just exude so much love for this franchise through your videos, through your jokes, just through the way you like talk and show stuff, that it's like it's contagious. Like
Appreciate that.
I mean, dude, I started watching during Safari Week is when I really started watching, and you quickly rose up to being on my YouTube Rewind. You were my 5th slot.
That's crazy.
in just that short amount of time. Especially in a world where there's just so much to consume in terms of content, both soul and soulless, that finding something like yours in the middle of it all, the definition of just having soul and having passion and love, and it's contagious. Like I said, like you've directly influenced the way I see my videos now with the last one I uploaded and even the one before that. So it's like
that Eon Ticket video was sick, by the way. I really did enjoy that one a lot.
That was really good.
It's honestly like so cool just to like see people get inspired and like start trying to like tell their own stories and stuff at the beginning of the shiny hunts and everything in their videos, because everyone takes on their own style with that too.
Yeah.
And like I just love kind of like peeking behind the curtain besides what's just going on with the games, and kind of seeing what's going on in the life and everything, because everyone's got their own interesting story, their own like tale to tell with Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the shiny Pokemon's just the end goal. It's all about the journey to get there.
I feel like at the core of shiny hunting, the only thing that truly matters is your story of how you got it, right? And that's,
exactly, yeah.
That's the part of it that I am like obsessed with.
And that's what I think is such a like cool and unique part of how you make your content, is that it feels like we're the friends that you are telling us your story about how you got the Pokemon that you got, or the shiny that you got. You know, like you said, that peek into what's going on in your life while you're hunting the thing that you're hunting, or while you're working on the project that you are, that adds such a level of humanity to it that I think is really rare, not just in the Pokemon community, but in just like content creation in general, especially like gaming content. It's such a unique thing that it makes it feel so much more personable, and it makes me want to do more stuff with my friends, with Pokemon included, because I just miss that aspect of it, you know.
Appreciate that's like the Pokemon experience right there.
It is, yeah. It's great.
Yeah, I got done watching your Silver Professor Oak video, and I went to Micah and was like, bro, I just want to go play Pokemon with my friends. What the hell? Like, I just want to go out and do things with people.
I would go so far
statement
as
achieved.
I'd go so far as to say that moment was probably a good like deciding factor for the podcast too, because that this has ultimately come of us wanting to just like do stuff together with Pokemon, and you know, that definitely had a hand in pushing us in the direction of making more stuff and making stuff together.
It's actually really funny too, because when you're beating Red, I'm actually there watching it in person, and I had no idea that was what's going on until like months later. And I'm like, because I remember watching the video and I'm like, wait a second, I'm pretty sure I'm there in the background talking to Coop, and if like I listened really closely, you hear me and Coop talking about like
that is crazy. I didn't even realize you were present for that one. Like I knew you were there for like other parts, like the 8192 in an hour, like looking through like the time lapse. I was like in editing, and I just randomly cut to a random frame and you were just standing there. And I was like, oh, there he is,
dude. I don't even know what was going through my head. Why I was just standing there. Oh man. I don't understand. I have no recollection.
Sat back down.
Yes. I don't know what the fuck was going through my head, man.
Now that we've gotten all of that out of the way,
out of the
all the glazing out of the way,
made a few fucking Krispy Kremes after that one.
Okay.
A whole dozen.
Wait, okay, I didn't mean it like that, man. Come on.
All right, Keeper.
Stop.
Is there a specific shiny, like your first? What was your first shiny, or like your favorite or most memorable shiny? Would you say?
Oh, okay. I got a few answers for that. So, like, my first shiny I ever found was when I was, like, 6. I was, like, in the car, and I was doing the bug catching contest in Gold, and I found a shiny Butterfree. And the only thing I'd seen before then was like the red Gyarados, and I was just like, oh, this is the pink Butterfree from the show. I'll catch this later. And I ran away from it. And then I couldn't find it again.
Oh,
and
no.
I found out like years later that it was a 5% 1 in 8192 shiny. That eventually, like a year later,
Yeah,
I
that's
had
pretty.
crazy random shiny luck as like just a little kid. I caught a shiny Lickitung in Crystal, and that was the real first one that I caught.
Mike, I got
That's
the
so cool.
screenshot of the three legendaries just standing there with the lightning behind them.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah.
We made a joke the other night. Have you ever
Have you seen-
the meme of that guy, low tier god, and it just says you?
Oh
should
my
kill
gosh!
yourself?
Yeah, now
Yeah.
with like the lightning eyes.
Tell me that
Yeah.
image does not exude that energy.
That is literally it.
Like, imagine Giratina, Palkia, and Dialga are just telling you to end it. It's like, what the hell? Chill,
Wait, I think I might
guys.
have a higher res version
Oh,
of that.
yes.
Sorry, audio listeners, you guys
The
suck
video
today.
viewers. Sorry, guys. It's
You gotta
it's
listen
really
to this
cool.
image.
Yeah, you gotta listen really closely.
Convert it to a waveform real quick. And...
That's really cool though. I feel like a lot of people's, when Kiefer asked me what my first shiny was on our first episode, my first shiny technically was the red Gyarados.
Old man alert!
Oh, yeah.
Old man alert! If my bell worked, I would be going ding 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 ding. Old man! Ding 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 ding. Old man! So
you
you're
gotta
lucky,
get a
Micah.
different bell for the old man alert. Maybe like a cowbell or something.
What if I think I just
something
gotta?
that feels old.
We gotta get a soft reset bell.
If we ever have merch, it's just a
That's
branded
crazy.
bell. Your story reminded me of that, but I never even considered the thought that like, because red Gyarados was a static encounter, that other people might think if they encounter another shiny, that maybe it's also a static encounter.
Oh my god, that's what I thought as a kid. I thought that like maybe there were special conditions to make other ones appear, because I called my shiny Lickitung the brown Lickitung, and I was telling the kids at school, I swear I saw a brown Lickitung, and they were like, yeah, right. And I was like, no, I can show you, but like Game Boys were banned from my school.
Oh.
I come from like
no.
North Louisiana, so like there were a lot of kids that just were straight up not allowed to play Pokemon and stuff, so I didn't grow up with a lot of like people to tell about like Pokemon around me.
Yeah.
So like,
Is it the early days of Pokemon, the work of the devil or whatever it was?
yeah.
oh, 100%. Yeah, they
Yeah.
were like, oh, you're like worshiping the devil in evolution. My parents don't let me do that. And I'm just like, okay.
That's nuts.
It's about collecting little animal friends, but
Yeah,
okay.
it's just little
like,
guys.
That's just how it always was for me.
I mean,
In middle school, like I sat down at the cafeteria table, and there was like a table that would just secretly like kind of whisper Pokemon stuff to each other. It was funny. Like there was a guy who was like,
awesome.
"Dude, my Shinx evolved into Luxio," but they weren't like being really loud about it because like they thought it was like uncool, and also they weren't allowed to play.
Oh,
They
it.
didn't want to
yeah,
get in
dude.
trouble.
my school experience was terrible because if you got caught playing Pokemon, you would just get bullied senseless. It was crazy.
At the peak of Gen 1, there was a lot of... I mean, I was like little, so I had a hard time comprehending what was going on, really, but like the black magic stuff, especially with like cards, was such a big thing that people were afraid of, like psychic energy and like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
eye of the psychic energy and stuff.
The editorial section of the newspaper every week just had something new.
It's so funny to think about, dude. Because here we are playing Pokemon Rumble, where they're literally just little toys. You're telling me
little
mom and
guys.
dad's afraid of toys?
So speaking of Rumble, can you give us a little bit of a rundown on what the process is for shiny hunting in Rumble for
I
our
have no
audience who
idea.
has no clue?
It is like the most chill shiny hunting you can imagine, while also being high octane at the same time. You just kind of run around and you look to see if the Pokemon is shiny, and they have like sparkles if they are, but not every sparkling Pokemon is shiny. And you just knock it out, and you recruit it if it's shiny.
That's it.
Kind of run around.
Chef Matt.
You just
over
run
here.
around, look at them all, and it is like you said. It's recently learned. It's 1 in 80, 8192.
Yeah,
Which is cool.
But you see a lot, like per
like
run.
probably around 100 per run. So.
Yeah. So it said the odds sound way more daunting, I think, than they actually are.
Because I mean, you're gonna hit odds in what, like 9 or 10 runs total. I don't.
Yeah, you hit odds in like a little over an hour or so
That's
Yeah.
cool.
on average. But what
And-
keeps me coming back to it is just how rare some things are. Like there's so many Pokemon that you only see like once out of like those 100 spawns, and the bosses can also be shiny, and it's just something that's like feels infinitely replayable to try and collect them all.
I did see in your recent Rumble Weekend recap, who was it that found the shiny boss?
Oh, that was Mr. Let's Play It.
Mr. Let's
Jinx.
Play It. Yes.
Oh, shiny Jinx boss!
What?
Whoa!
Oh. That was such a loud and great reaction.
And that was, I think, the first time that I had seen somebody find a like shiny boss, which was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And then on top of that too, I mean, was it last year, Matt, that you saw the shiny in the credits scene?
Normal Wartortle, normal Seal, shiny Ponyta! Dude! We got a credits shiny! Yeah, that's crazy. Like, we didn't know about that till like 2018, I think, and we've been doing Rumble weekends for like 3 years at that point.
Right.
The game had almost been out for 9 years. Someone just like posted a screenshot of like a shiny Clefairy in the credits, and we were like, "Wait, what?" And then more people started hunting it and noticed that like the little Pokemon that gather around the podium all have a chance of being shiny.
That's why I love Pokemon, because it still feels at times like old internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's got like that magic in there, you know,
Yeah.
like baked in. Like there's so much depth to the most random stuff that like it really takes like someone taking like a keen interest in it to even like notice a lot of the time.
Yeah, because like there's so many weird things too in the whole franchise. Like, just to touch on them quick, like the costumes in Battle Revolution and all that jazz too. Like, Pokemon's awesome.
Yeah,
You'll never
it's
hear me say
great,
that
like-
publicly though.
Not in school, at least. Not in front of the
Oh
kids
yeah,
in school.
so you don't get bullied.
Yeah. So I don't get bullied, and my mom doesn't think I'm worshiping the devil.
Well, I already
While
told
you're
your
fighting
mom
a
that I'm
giant
playing
toy
Pokemon,
cow.
so she said she's gonna call you later.
Micah, what the
She's very
fuck, man?
She's a little disappointed, but
What the hell?
hey,
I hope you still have grill privileges.
Yeah, I think there's something really cool about like old games like this too. Before, because I think when games come out, it's so easy for everybody to like. It's so much easier for people to data mine it and like get every ounce of information they can get out of it. For older games like this, I think there's still so much like little mystery to them that it makes it
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
Especially if it's like not a main series game that like competitive really cares about too much, like this one. Like this one had like stones left unturned for like 10 or 11 years. It's kind of crazy. Like there's so much of that old internet energy in it. And it's one of the reasons why I loved X and Y's release so much, because it was before the 3DS had like data mines and stuff. So everyone was just coming up with theories, and like everyone was like, "Oh yeah, tip the waiters. That'll increase your shiny odds and everything."
Yeah, you know,
there was
I
so
love
much.
it's crazy because now we have all of the games leaking online nowadays, and we have to be careful 2 weeks in advance. Otherwise, we'll like accidentally see something that'll tell us obviously things we don't want to know now. And it's just it's crazy how things have evolved to the point where it's like
You have to work to not get spoiled.
yeah, yeah.
I really go to like lengths to try to keep unspoiled before a new Pokemon game comes out. I think it was with Sun and Moon, maybe with Sword and Shield 2, where it really felt like they were giving us a ton of info, that it almost felt like that movie trailer moment where it's like, okay, I know the whole movie now.
Oh
And
yeah, where
They
they
tell
give
you
too
every
much.
joke.
Yeah.
I think that was Sun and Moon, because they kind of showed
Yeah.
everything. They showed us
I
all
remember.
the Alolan forms. Like they showed us so much of the legendary stuff. It was just like there wasn't really much left to explore in the game outside of what they told us.
Yeah.
And then back then, those demos were dropping that like they accidentally forgot to scrub the whole Pokédex out of it, so people
Oh
data
my
mined the entire
God.
7th
I
generation.
remember that very distinctly.
Yeah.
It's very
But yeah,
unfortunate.
I'm a frequent visitor of the spoiler bunker, so like I have like hundreds of words that I mute on like Twitter and stuff, or like back when I used it a lot ahead of games, and sometimes I like log into a second YouTube channel that doesn't watch anything Pokemon
Oh,
in the
that's
week
smart.
leading up to it.
Oh, that's really smart,
I
actually.
take crazy measures to like not get spoiled on the story, because I really want to get like my reaction to it for the first time on video.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, especially with
that's
the way you do your movies. Like that makes complete sense, because for your Sword and Shield one, how excited you get in that movie when you see Cufant for the first time. Oh, shiny!
Oh, let's go!
Sunflora!
The mic is speaking like crazy.
Out of control.
Let's go! Oh!
Huge first Rumble shiny.
Awesome.
Oh!
You got to get out of here now, though.
Wait, if I die,
scared.
do I
I'm so
lose
scared.
him?
Oh, you get to keep it if you die.
Oh, okay.
The only way that you lose it is if you press start and return to terminal.
Look how cute.
But like if you die,
so
you still
cute.
keep them.
This is your first Rumble shiny.
Yeah, that's my first Rumble shiny.
This is monumental.
Huge.
And it's a Sunflora. I love Sunflora.
Audio
me
listeners, Kiefer just
too.
got a shiny Sunflora. And
Audio listeners, I am pantsless, shirtless, and
He's
really sweaty.
Completely undressed. I don't know how he did it. It was so fast.
Spur of a moment kind of
Looks
thing.
kind of oiled up as well.
I am oiled up.
Kiefer's signature shiny reaction is suddenly he has no clothes on. So I'm not,
Either
like,
that or we gotta move the
shocked
dog.
by it. Chad, I'm gonna move the dog. Yeah, move the dog.
Move the dog.
I have a story about that.
Oh.
Okay, so I was watching. Oh, shiny Kakuna! No way!
Let's go.
It's mighty.
That's awesome.
Little Gleep
You know what's-
Glorpin alien.
I'm not jealous or anything. I'm not.
Whatever you say, big dog.
It's okay. No, I'm just saving up my luck is what I'm doing.
Yeah, sure. You're gonna get
Yeah, you're just building it
14
up.
back
Yeah.
to back.
2 on the
Don't
same
jinx
floor.
it.
I don't know if she's in the map you're playing.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, she's only at the beach.
It's okay,
All right,
man.
head turn.
There
Here
it
it
is.
comes.
Dramatic head turn.
Boom.
I love that.
So, can you tell us a little bit about the origins for Rumble Weekend?
So yeah, it just kind of started out in my little Skype group of friends in 2015. Like after I found out about Rumble, I was like, guys, have y'all heard of this Rumble game? And then they were like, yeah, we've been playing this for years because they've been around in like shiny hunting a little bit longer than I had. I was like, we should just like all hop on and play Rumble one night, and we'd just have like boys Rumble nights where we just hop on and play for a little while.
That's a crazy
And
title.
At one point, yeah, boys playing Rumble. That's
Rumbling
just
with
like
the
the name of the
boys.
Skype
Yeah.
group, BPR.
Sorry,
But
honey. I'm gonna move the boys tonight.
Yeah. And over time, we're like, you know what? Let's invite the rest of the community to do this. Let's have like a little weekend for it. So we had the first Rumble weekend in 2015. This same Skype group also started Safari Week like a couple years before I was even in it. And I just kind of host it now because I'm the guy who announces it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But since then, like 30 times, we've just hopped into this call on a random weekend and spent the whole weekend rumbling and invited everyone else to do it. And it's kind of become a staple community event, and it's really crazy to see where it's come from just being a little thing that we did for fun in our Skype group.
I mean, I feel like all of the events have like become so like exciting to be around, right? Because like this year was my first Safari Week too, and I remember being so stoked about it. I mean, even like leading up to this year where I finally participated, even the years before, I'm like, damn, I wish I was like prepped. I have no technology to be involved, and finally this year I did, and it was like awesome. And then there's so many of them too. Like we're right now, isn't there like also the Underground Week? Isn't that
you
like
the
going
Grand
on
right now.
stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, Grand Underground events.
And then
running.
there's like Fossil Week, Casino
Fossil.
Week, Shadow Pokemon Month. Like,
Yeah, there's so many events.
it's so cool to see how just playing the game with your friends has basically evolved into everybody having like different events that the entire community gets to partake in and stuff, it's exciting.
It's really cool because like you get to see people do hunts that they normally wouldn't do, because like I think that was one of the whole reasons why Safari Week was first established, because back in the early days of shiny hunting, no one wanted to fail a shiny. No one wanted to go into the safari zone, so they were like, hey,
Right.
let's all fail it together.
That's
And
so fun.
it just kind of started up that way. And Rumble was kind of forgotten until like Rumble Weekend started too. Like there were maybe a couple channels that would like upload something every couple months being like, hey, I found another Rumble shiny, but people weren't really like going all out and like actually targeting the crazy things in this game. And Rumble Weekends kind of started like people doing that again.
That's
Remembering
so
that there's
awesome.
this weird digital only WiiWare game that they put shinies in for some reason, and it's like the perfect storm.
And then they also took shinies out of it for the 3DS version.
Yeah,
So
the fact that it's
tragic.
only the Wii version that exists in is really unfortunate. I remember my first time like participating in Safari Week just as like, like audience. I've talked on the podcast before about him and my friend Rozo.
Good old
You know,
Rozo, yeah.
Good old Rozo.
One of the first shiny hunting streamers I watched in like 2018.
That's so crazy. That's so funny. Yeah, Rozo's been shiny hunting forever, has insane luck. For the
Yes,
longest
that
time, it
too.
was like that was the meme. Was you had the Rozo luck?
I remember the Rozo thrifting luck was kind of like a thing for a while, where people would post like crazy hauls and be like, "Just went thrifting, it's me Rozo," and it's like there are these insane hauls.
It still exists. And he got me into Rumble too, like Rumble Weekend too. So I started doing some Safari Week, maybe like 2019, 2020, something like that. And it, like, you totally nailed it when you said that, like, everyone is afraid to fail a shiny in the Safari Zone because it's such an easy thing to fail. But the fact that there were so many people doing it completely goes against my, like, what I would normally want to do. The idea that I could fail a shiny is, like, so scary to me was so scary to me that having everybody doing it together made it feel way less, like, scary and way more fun. Like, it makes it such an event that, like, if you fail it, then it's part of the event, you know? Like, it's just
right, exactly. Like,
part of the excitement.
It's like another story. Like, oh, there goes another execute.
Yeah.
You know, like.
And then you go for the reclaim the next year too, and it's like an ongoing battle. It's because like I failed a shiny Girafarig this year in Emerald, and next year you bet your ass I'm going back to Emerald because I want to reclaim it.
Gotta get that.
That was my
reclaim.
white whale for a while. I failed like 4 of them before I caught the 5th one.
Oh my gosh.
And in the process, I found like 8 or 9 oddish and caught like every last one of those along the way. And a lot of jokes about Safari Oddish kind of started from there. And then suddenly there's this guy named Calzone on my channel about it. And
speaking of, you know, I don't want to give the impression that we had you on just to get closer to Cal, but we would love to have Calzone on at some point. If you want to,
he would probably not stop talking about Oddish the entire time, but like I could probably, you know, pull some strings and make that happen. It's kind of crazy to be in contact with them even.
It's a big deal.
Because I don't think that guy knows how to work a phone.
So elusive, so mysterious.
Yeah.
So can you, for the people that don't know what Weekend Edition of Rumble is, can you give us a little bit of a summary of what it is and how it came to be?
So Weekend Edition is, okay, the original Pokemon Rumble only has generations 1 and 4 in it. So, like, it has Porygon and Porygon Z, but Porygon 2 doesn't exist. It's really weird. And it kind of became my pandemic project in 2020 to, like, add back in the Gen 2 and 3 Pokemon that were missing. Because, like, I was messing around with, like, memory editing in the game to try and see what secrets it was hiding. And the craziest discovery I made at one point was, like, I changed a Pokemon species, and I changed it to Spoink, which shouldn't exist in the game. But the name Spoink was there. And the Pokemon's model was suddenly hopping, like the Spoink's animation would do. And I was like, wait a second. It's like the remnants of these Pokemon are there.
Whoa.
So, like, I spent from, like, March to August of 2020. It was the perfect storm, like, right when, like, I started working from home because of the pandemic to just spend a lot of my free time just deep diving into this game and trying to figure out how to add these Gen 2 and 3 Pokemon back. It was a really, really crazy undertaking that just started with me wanting to remove the fog that covers every stage because it's hard to see the Pokemon.
Yeah.
And it turned into like, all right, we're going to have like all of Gen 2 and 3 here. We're going to add new levels for them. Kind of figured out the game scripting language and stuff. And then in August, we kind of just surprise dropped it one night. Like, I was just doing a regular Rumble Weekend stream, and then I jumped to like the Gen 2 terminal, and like everyone was like, only a few people were confused by it because a lot of people watching Rumble don't even realize they're not in the game, so they just thought it was normal. Other people were like, "That's like a Blaziken. What's happening?"
I remember distinctly the original tweet that I saw about it. I think the first tweet that I saw was from Dallas, and then I was like blown away by how much work you had put into it, like how much effort had gone into and it's to the point now where I play this game and I completely forget that there was fog in it because it's been so long.
I didn't even know.
I feel like most people forget that completely.
I can't picture the game with it anymore because it's been so long.
Yeah, it's been like 4 years now, and like the fog was bad though. Like in Windy Prairie EX, it was like red, and somehow every Tangela looked green.
As a mod, then it's we probably shouldn't get into like the specifics of
because Big Nintendo's watching the soft reset.
Yeah, I mean,
you're
just for the sake
right, dude.
Just for the sake of anybody, you know. Oh, Shaman.
Oh, that's rare.
Audio listeners,
Did
Micah
I
is
lose it?
dumping
Is
his
it-
ROM and giving it to me right now.
I hit it, but I don't think I kept it. Just for people who don't know, it's Shaman and Suicune in the same.
That's
you're
rare.
gaming.
So it's a mod for the Wii version of the game. It's not its own like standalone game. It's a modified version of the original game.
Yeah, and the game itself is considered abandonware at this point. It's really weird because like this was only available digitally on the Wii Shop channel, and that's gone forever. And there was never a physical release of it. So this game is like sort of lost media, but it's found media at this point. People archived it, but like it's
so
really
cool.
interesting in that sense.
Yeah, it's very
But yeah,
cool.
you can like download the patch files and apply it to it pretty much. That's how the release for it worked.
And if people want to get in on playing Rumble Weekend, is there a specific place that they should? Is there like a specific website?
So the Internet Archive is pretty cool. Just unrelated note, I think the Internet Archive is really awesome.
Patch though.
Oh, for the patch. Okay. Rewind. Project Pokemon has just the patch file hosted. It doesn't have like the actual like channel for the game. But if you download the patch from there, it'll give instructions on how to patch it if you acquire it.
Yeah, we'll probably throw that in the link to that in the description then too. So that way we
And
can...
if you want to DM Matt directly, he can send you the link to his 18 terabyte file that has all of his
Yeah, you
Nintendo
know
games
what?
on it.
Actually, better yet, just text him. Here's his phone number.
Yeah. You gotta drop the secret code.
Yeah, they gotta figure it out. Have you guys ever noticed that Deoxys looks like Among Us?
From the back, yeah.
You said that to me.
2 nights ago or 3 nights
Yeah.
ago. Yeah.
During this last Rumble Weekend, and I can't unsee it now. And I was in Magnemite's chat.
Twitch user Magnemite. That's
Twitch
one of
user
their
Magnemite.
mods.
I mentioned it in their chat that you told me, and I couldn't unsee it. And then they were like, "Wow, I hate that now. I can't unsee it." So
Yes.
it's
a
kind of
curse.
just spreading like
It's spreading.
wildfire.
It's not Deoxys Speed, it's Deoxys Sussy.
So do you have any like specific fun memories of Rumble Weekend, or like anything from previous Rumble Weekends that you've really enjoyed?
Finding my first boss shiny was crazy. So the bosses at the end of every level, I'm about to encounter one right now, they have a chance of being shiny too, and they're just huge, and they sparkle. And I found a boss Hippowdon, and I was like screaming, and my friends were like, "No way, dude!" And they were like, "Send a picture," and that's great. But also every Rumble Weekend lately, within these past couple years, some of the core memories have been spent at like 2 a.m. browsing the depths of Twitch. Like, we go to the Just Chatting category and find the most random streams, and we just tune in and watch it. Like, we watched a guy delivering DoorDash orders once, and it was great.
That's awesome.
Wait, on Twitch?
Yeah, he was delivering DoorDash orders on Twitch. Like, he was picking up food from McDonald's, and he was like, "All right, after a certain point, I'm going to eat some really, really spicy wings." And he took out the spicy wings, and he started eating it, and he dropped his connection because he was, like, on spotty 4G in the middle of nowhere.
No.
2 minutes later, the stream came back, and we just saw, like, tears in his eyes, and we were just, like, crying, laughing in the middle of the night.
That's so sad.
Yeah, but it coming back on tears in the eyes is like legendary.
very funny.
That's insane.
It's like a jump cut.
Yeah.
I have been now for the last, I don't know, 4 Rumble Weekends maybe, been stuck in the Silent Forest trying to get a Chikorita.
First evolution starters are tough. I think they're first floor only in most cases in like GX.
Yeah.
It was weird like going through the encounter tables because the way that EX mode works, it just every floor you roll one of the 8 ranks in the game, like C rank, B rank, A rank, S rank, and it picks from normal or advanced, and that's the floor that you go through.
Mm-hmm.
But GX is just one rank. So I had to like just make gigantic encounter tables for every floor that
Right.
it just pulls random stuff from. It kind of balanced it in a way where you find like some of the weaker Pokemon on the early floors, and like the cool strong stuff is the second to last floor before the boss.
And the most recent-ish update added the potential to get other bosses, correct?
Right. That took like a week and a half in like 2021 to figure out how to get it to work because it wasn't a function in the base game to swap between bosses.
Mm-hmm.
And the game uses some weird scripting thing. I don't know. I was just up in the middle of the night doing that a couple nights just to pass the time because I was like, I don't know, it was still peak COVID at that time.
Right. And then it's been a while, so I'm trying to recall, but I think if you try to access the GX terminal in normal mode, is that where it's just
Oh yeah, it's just
Yeah.
unknown, right?
All unknown.
Yeah.
I got so many people like tagging me being like, I'm confused. I thought I made it to GX, but it's all unknown. I'm like, oh yeah, you got to play up through advanced. Because I had to like make a normal and an advanced GX terminal. The GX terminal actually used to be a debug mode terminal that was like hidden in the base
I
game.
see.
That had like the access to the 6 levels, but the levels were like incomplete or had like really weird stuff going on. So I just like kind of copied them to mimic the other levels instead and add a little trampoline that takes you back there.
That's so cool.
Honestly.
Yeah, I definitely was in that boat where when I first was installing it, I was like,
That was me
What?
last night. And then
What
I
did I do
looked
wrong?
through like the notepad and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are those unknown huntable though?
They are. You
Oh,
can get them
okay.
shiny. Just
I
like
actually
one
know
thing
that.
I never figured out though is getting wild forms to appear.
Oh, okay.
So like I want to make it so you can
Entei.
find like the whole alphabet instead of just
Yeah. Yeah. And then I guess for people that don't know, also the GX terminal is exclusively the Gen 2 and 3 Pokemon, but you can still, everything is still shiny huntable. So everything
Right.
in Gens 1 and 4 on the other floors are also still huntable.
anything's possible.
But like you said, if you are going to be playing it, you have to get all the way up through normal and then through advanced. And then I can't remember, do you have to beat the end boss in advanced mode, or do you just have to get to the S floor?
You just got
I
to
think
get to
as
S
soon as you
floor.
get to S, you can go back.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I haven't beaten any of the S stuff yet, and I'm doing all of the fun stuff right now.
It was just a little workaround to find like a trampoline that would take you there without like disrupting the rest of the game.
Right.
So just change the go back to A terminal to the go to GX terminal. Oh, look at that Entei with like all the stuff around it.
He was
That's
so cool. Look at him. He's a puppy. I'm a firm believer that they're dogs, and I'll stand on that hill to the day
I call
die.
Entei a dog too.
Big fan of the dogs.
I may
The
or may
legendary
not
dogs.
have illegally watched the third Pokemon movie.
I think you watched a documentary.
You're
That's actually
right.
Yeah,
You're
that's
so
I
right.
saw a documentary about some kind of brown dog, some special brown
a
dog.
Very good-looking brown dog.
I'm sad I missed that documentary because I loved watching the documentary about the aliens.
Oh
and the
yeah,
dragon.
the aliens and the dragon. That was a crazy.
You know, people
one.
really give you a lot of flack for being the, peak nothing is going on kind of content on Twitch, but I really learn a lot when I'm in your channel.
You got any examples of what you learned?
I don't remember what it means, but I think you said,
Oh no.
was it Mpreg?
Oh,
Is that how
okay. Anyway,
Not even gonna lie, the first time I heard that like years ago, I thought it was a file format. I thought it was another like video file thing.
I thought
Like
that's what the
MPEG.
joke was, but
yeah, but now we have one of my favorite emotes. I think it's just titled "Bald Pregnant Horse in Pain" or something, and it's
I'm
just
not gonna even lie, I yoinked that from your 7
Yes!
TV the other day.
Yes,
Pregnant horse
it's
in
such a
pain.
good emote. It's crazy to me too because you guys both have been around the Pokemon community for so long, and I actually just joined it right when BDSP came out. I started streaming Pokemon like really religiously, so there's so many like things that I've missed out on or like don't even know about within like the history of the community and stuff. But like being able to, I guess, like sit here, right, and do this and talk to you both and like learn as much as I have learned from Micah and now learning from you, Matt. It's sick.
really cool seeing like people join in and everything too, because like it's sometimes like people join in the community and it feels like you've been in it since the beginning, and there's just so much history to experience. And I get excited too when people like say that they're starting out with Pokemon for like the first time. Like I know that's not like the case with you in particular, but like if someone is just like starting with this generation, they have so many games to go back and play.
Oh my
and
God, yeah.
so much like just learning experience for the first time with a totally different perspective from like someone like me who just kind of grew up with it. It kind of blows my mind when people like talk about how they think like Slugma and Skarmory are Gen 3 Pokemon, when like in my head it's like, oh, they're Johto guys.
Yeah.
Intuitively it makes more sense to like think of them as Gen 3 with how prominent they are there.
Or is it Houndour? There's like a Gen 2 Pokemon you can only find in Kanto too, like in Endgame.
Yeah.
So like people
Murkrow.
thought it was was like a Kanto Pokemon.
I always
instead.
have the reverse problem with Duskull for whatever reason, but I've mentally convinced myself that Duskull was a Gen 2 Pokemon, and I think it's because
interesting.
there were no ghost Pokemon in Gen 2. Well, there was one ghost Pokemon in Gen 2 that
Just like Misdreavus.
I think when I was younger, my brain just filled in like there should have been more ghost Pokemon. Gen 3 and Gen 2 kind of blended together a little bit, so it just I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the design of Duskull that makes it feel like a Johtomon to me. I don't know.
I think it was revealed really early in. It was revealed in the Johto days before Hoenn dropped.
Yeah.
And in
Okay.
the anime, they like to show certain Pokemon early. Like, one of the Johto episodes has, like, Kecleon in it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that same thing happened with, like, Duskull. I remember getting, like, magazines, seeing, like, early screenshots of Ruby Sapphire with, like, Wilmer and Duskull in it and stuff. So
Oh, yeah.
maybe it kind of blended together that way for you somehow.
I definitely remember that with Gen 2. I think that's why Gen 2 is, Johto is my favorite like region and generation, is because there was so much like mystery and intrigue about new Pokemon at the height of like excitement of Pokemon. When they started teasing like Togepi and Meryl and Donphan and stuff, it was like, whoa, there's more.
Holy
There's
freaking
not
crap!
only
Crazy.
150.
It's him. I found
I'm blown
him.
away. You found him?
Oh, it's me!
Holy crap!
He's here.
Blogging.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean
Oh,
to kill him.
I died.
I didn't mean to do that. That was an accident. Oh, look, it's me!
Oh, Swalot! Have you seen Swalot's head turn?
No, I've never seen Swalot's head turn. Do I have
You
to?
gotta
I gotta go
recruit
get
one. It's the best head turn in the entire game.
Yeah, it's such a cool game, and everybody that has experienced Rumble Weekend and Weekend Edition and stuff is probably very grateful that you put in the work that you did, because it's really like revitalized the game quite a bit, I think.
It's so cool to see so many people like playing it still to this day, like every Rumble Weekend, just kind of like loading it back up again and everything. People are like working towards shiny dexes and stuff. It's like
that's sick.
the original vision we kind of had for it back in the day. We were like, oh, I want to see more Rumble videos. I want to see more people play this weird game because it's so much fun. It really worked out. It's really cool how it just works like that sometimes.
So, not to shift gears really dramatically,
Uh-huh.
I thought it might be fun to play a little bit of a game. I can man
Audio
this.
listeners, just to give you guys a heads up on what's going on.
I'm fully naked.
Okay, don't take my bit from me, Micah. That's mine. I was gonna say. All right, so he stood up.
Why am I the only one clothed here right now?
Did you not read that part in the invite?
So I have to soft reset my clothes?
Yes. Yeah, we're actually looking for the legendary shiny Zelda Triforce shirt.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was so close to being that kid. I wore cargo shorts every day.
Dude, I did too. All throughout high school, I never wore pants. Still to this day, I'm pro shorts.
Dude, same. I'm always a shorts guy. Like, long pants don't exist to me.
Dude.
Outside of like formal environments.
Before we start this, I just wanted to say cheers. I got a
let's
Mountain Dew
go.
Baja Blast right here.
Oh.
All right,
Got one as well.
Got one on deck.
I have Dunkin'
Kiefer,
Donuts.
That's
Ooh.
it's a Baja Blast in spirit.
Sure. Yeah, for sure.
Cheers.
100%.
A Daha Blast.
For anyone that doesn't know, Matt, can you just speak from the heart and tell everyone what Baja Blast means to you?
It's like the nectar of life, and I mean that in like the most like scary Dr. Pepper person way possible.
Wait, I'm a Dr. Pepper person. I'm a Dr. Pepper.
That is a really
Dr.
specific.
Pepper.
The Dr. Dr.
Dude.
Pepper people are a very specific breed. That's for
They're
sure.
heartfelt.
Yeah.
It's like
I
got that
understood
same
that.
energy with Baja Blast, and like it's just my favorite drink. It's a cool color, and I
It is a
love
cool
asking
color.
people what they think it tastes like because no one has the same answer, and most people just agree it tastes like Baja Blast.
That's what I was literally gonna say.
Yeah.
Tastes like the tropics, Tastes like ripping a sick wave
Yo, you're so
in
right.
the middle
actually.
of the tropics. It's not stormy, It's not like a stormy wave. It's like a cool wave.
It tastes exactly what I think a palm tree would taste like. Like if I look
Yeah,
at a palm
yeah,
tree,
exactly.
I think Baja Blast.
It's even on the logo.
Yeah,
I
actually,
think. Like getting like blown away.
Bright Beach is what I think it tastes like.
I agree. I'm
that's a
there
good
right now.
call.
This is
I
this
just
is-
left.
This ocean is Baja Blast.
Surrounded by Baja Blast.
Dude,
That's a
little
good. Ludicolo's head turn is a good one too.
Good.
Okay, so I've got here a Mountain Dew flavors tier list.
Oh, let's
Oh.
go.
2024.
Dude, there's so many.
Let's go.
There are a
This
lot
is
of
gonna
them.
be
We don't have to
intense.
do all of them, but I think that we should do some of them, right?
Run it.
There are a
I'm
lot
I'm
here
here
gonna do a
that I
Mountain
don't
Dew
know.
Super Cup one day.
I don't know
I've been
how
recording
many.
every flavor.
Have you been actually?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Just like every time I try one, I have footage of it. It's just kind of saved somewhere. So
That's so good. Let's start with the basic, the classic green Mountain Dew.
okay, this might be controversial.
We got
I think
a
just
controversial
classic
take.
regular green is merely good.
I would actually agree with that.
Yeah.
I think it is iconic. It's an iconic Mountain Dew, but I don't think it's anything to write home about.
It's not something I would ever call like my favorite drink. You know, like
Right.
Yeah, but
it's
if it's
something
there,
that
you'll
like is
grab
the
it.
last resort. Yeah.
Mhm.
Or like
Especially
if like they have a bunch of different canned things and Mountain Dew is one of them, I'll be like, all right, I'll take the Dew.
Yeah.
yeah, especially in the like broader Mountain Dew cinematic universe, I think that
Exactly.
the original is
cinematic universe, bro.
just-
There's no way.
Cinematic Duniverse.
No way.
Dude.
Oh my god.
This one is, what is this? Atomic Blue?
I've never heard of that one in my entire life.
I gotta mega zoom in here.
Oh, this is so much
Atomic
better.
Blue.
Oh yeah, I've never heard of that one either. Unironically, I want to say maybe like a year ago, I did a deep dive on the Wikipedia to learn about all the custom flavors. I retained zero information, but I feel like it's gonna awaken in me like a sleeper agent. Like I'm gonna hear one of these flavors and be able to tell you like exactly like, oh yeah, no, that's a Costco flavor in Alabama. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like they're random like brand flavors like that. And
Would
like,
you say you did a Baja deep dive on?
oh, that is a flavor. Sweepstakes exclusive.
Ooh, okay. It says mystery flavored dew, natural and artificial flavor. they did not clarify at all. They didn't go any further beyond.
There's,
Okay,
like,
so
literally
Atomic
a Mountain
Blue,
Dew leak
none of us have
community.
had it. Okay, Baja Blast.
S tier.
Yeah.
I think
highest
we all
possible
know where
honor.
this is going, right up to the top. Baja Flash. Okay, so this was recent, right? Like within the last couple of years that they did like a bunch of different, or not
Oh yeah,
like,
they got the summer of Baja every year.
Yes.
This was the 2021 flavor. It was kind of like pina colada,
okay.
and that one was really good.
Incredible that you knew that off
I know,
rip,
that's what
that
I'm
you just
like
had
blown
away
that
by.
ready.
He's got an image to
Photographic
uphold.
Mountain Dew memory.
I remember none of these being as good as the original Baja Blast.
Right, that's the thing about all the Baja flavors. I'd say that this is the best pineapple flavor they've done, and they've done like 3 in the past few years. I
All
think
right,
it's
let's
like
throw this.
great tier at least. Yeah.
Throw this up there then. Baja Gold. Is this also pineapple? Baja
Yeah,
Gold?
they literally just like took Baja Flash, they removed like the creamy part of it, and they were just like, all right, this is pure pineapple this year, and it was like almost the exact same thing but a little worse. Not
Would you
like-
say it's good or eh?
maybe actually, yeah.
Throw it in the tier.
I only log into Facebook every now and then to see like what's going on with local restaurants, but I'm also in some groups, and there's a Mountain Dew fanatic group,
Oh
and I
my
love following
God.
it because
That's
just like
awesome.
it's just nonstop people posting selfies with their dews, being like, I got like 20 of these from Walmart today, and it's just exactly like the people you would imagine for it.
That's
I
literally
love it.
what do they craft beer people do? They like post
Yeah.
photos of their craft beer they got.
What is the most expired beverage that you've had?
Well,
you
I
had
have
a,
one
like,
in my
crazy-
fridge right now.
Like how expired
have-
are we talking?
I have like a bottle of Mountain Dew Liberty Brew from 2018, just kind of chilling in my fridge.
That's hefty. That's a big one.
I got it like right when I moved into this place, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep this in the back of my fridge till I move out, just to see what happens. And the bottle's kind of warped a little bit, and
I love that.
pretty awesome.
All right, Baja Punch. Where do you feel?
Okay, that one's good. That one's really
Yeah?
good. That might be great tier, honestly. The 2021 flavors, Flash and Punch. I got like 3 12-packs of that because it was that good,
Wow.
and I only finished them like within the past like year or so.
I don't know what Baja Deep Dive is. I've not had that.
So that was a sweepstakes flavor, and I actually won it because like I think there were like a few thousand people who won it, but they wouldn't
Whoa.
ship to my address, so I had to get it shipped to my parents' place. And I think it was to tease the return of Pitch Black, so it tasted like Baja Blast mixed with Pitch Black. It was this weird dark green color.
Okay.
And I didn't really like it. It was kind of eh.
That sounds nuts.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's like behind the scenes Mountain Dew lore that they've written. Like,
I wonder that too. Yeah, I would love to hear if there's like an official like canon story to it all. You know,
We need like a 12-hour video essay in detail describing each of the fucking like Mountain Dew, why it came to be, how it came to be, and the story of like of each flavor. You're just putting together crazy lore. Like Dew became Baja Dew when he was like down on his luck and needed a power up or some crazy shit like that. Just
like
go
the
absolutely
Baja
nuclear.
Ocean Rescue Team, and they
it's led by
did
Major
a deep
Melon.
dive and found the pitch black Mountain Dew demon under the
Yeah, dude, and when
led
everything
by
went
Major Melon.
and when everything
Yeah.
went wrong in Dew SA, they had to call in Code Red. Dude, I remember Livewire.
Solar Flare. Let's go through some of the ones that like we have had. I have had Thrashed Apple.
Oh yeah, that's like Jolly Rancher Green.
Actually really liked it.
I think it's really good. I think that one's like Kroger exclusive,
That's
or it was
crazy.
for a while.
I
know
never
what?
noticed this. Okay, I never noticed this. The voodoo. There's a skeletal creature. I don't know. Is this Death? I don't know what this is. This is Death himself on the Mountain Dew voodoo logo, and in every subsequent iteration, it is holding up fingers indicating what number of voodoo it is. Until
That's
they get to
kinda crazy.
4, and then it's just a fist, and it has
It's
a
just
4
a
on it.
4. You could totally hold up 4 fingers. Like,
Yeah. You're correct. They could. I mean, you could go up to
No,
5, but even
dude.
5, they went to a candle, and in the 5 is in the flame. Code Red. Code Red is
Classic.
I feel like
That's
also
also
classic.
S tier to me, honestly.
I think so as well.
I think that was
would
the
actually
flavor
go so
I drank
far-
the most growing up.
Yeah.
Growing up, I think I drank Code Red and then Blue Voltage.
I think
Oh,
next to Baja Blast, Code Red is the most iconic non-basic Dew flavor.
100%.
Matt, what is Southern Shock? Is this something that
I
was only in
think,
the
okay, yeah, Southern Shock was exclusive to Bojangles.
Oh,
Restaurant.
South? Bojangles.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
like,
I'm so upset because, like, the
restaurant?
moment my town got a Bojangles, they lost the contract with Mountain Dew, so I never got to try it.
You hate to
okay,
see it.
Livewire.
Classic.
I also
That's the
feel like
orange
it's
one,
pretty-
right? That one's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that's like, it feels like a rare Dew. Like, you go into a gas station and it's like kind of like finding like the 5% spawn there, you know, if you see like a live wire.
I was just gonna say, you know what the worst part about this entire thing is that I'm now gonna be way more aware of Mountain Dews at grocery stores. So I'm gonna be like with Kayleen and be like, Kayleen, they got the live wire. Do you know what the chances are they have that?
There was one recently. I don't remember what it was, but I remember taking a picture of it and sending it to you on Twitter, Matt. And I don't remember which one it was that I saw. And
Was
then I
it
tried
Purple
it.
Thunder? Or Infinite Swirl? It was Infinite Swirl. That's what it was. The one that's
Infinite
exclusive to
Swirl.
like 7-Eleven stores.
Oh,
It's like
yep.
blue pineapple.
Yes.
Guys, I don't mean to change the subject, but what
Uh-huh.
the fuck is Mountain Dew Snapped?
Oh,
That's a great question. I saw that and
It's
I
so
don't know what it
brown.
is.
I'm kind of afraid. Is it like chocolate?
Gingerbread.
Oh, gingerbread snap. That's my least favorite flavor of all time. Actually.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just throw that in terrible because.
It's
Have you
bad.
had it? You've had it?
I have one can of it in my fridge still. Like,
I know
I
that-
can show and tell with some of these.
I know that you've had the Cake Smash because I've seen some of
Oh, yeah,
these.
the
I've seen
BDSP
featured.
movie.
Yes.
It tastes like birthday cake, and like that's both a good thing and a bad
Yeah.
thing. Like I like artificial birthday cake flavor, but like even then, it kind of reaches a limit where like, should this be in a Mountain Dew? I'm
Yeah.
not sure. Kind of goes in the or good. Maybe it's good. I don't know.
I could imagine it being in the
Yeah,
category.
I feel like it only feels like slightly good because of the exclusivity of it. It was another weird sweepstakes flavor where I think like during the pandemic you like sent in like a little essay thing being like, what's one thing you wish you could have celebrated but you couldn't? We're gonna send you this cake smash as like a way to celebrate.
Oh, I see.
Have you guys ever looked at the eBay listings for some of these flavors, by the way?
I've been in the trenches before. I need to go to the GX terminal. I'm gonna start hunting there.
I think Pitch Black also. I don't know that I would put it in amazing. It's definitely iconic.
Yeah,
but
I remember it being good. That's like the.
Oh, it's
is that-
great.
That's
Yeah.
dark. Was it like a dark cherry flavor? What was that?
It's like dark grape.
Dark grape.
Dark
okay.
Grape. I don't know that I would put it on the same tier as like Baja Blast and Code Red though.
It's definitely one they like intentionally make limited time and then it disappears for like 5 years and then comes back. They keep you hyped about it.
Yeah.
I see.
And
That's really important.
Yeah.
What a
Are
crazy
we-
sentence.
Are we comfortable in the great tier for that?
Oh, I'm perfectly comfortable with that.
I don't. What's the difference with Pitch Black 2?
I think
That's
that
the
was like
sequel.
early 2000s or something. They slightly changed the formula. To be honest, I don't know the difference between the two of them because I didn't experience the very first Pitch Black in like 2004. So like, I
I'm
don't
gonna put
know.
it right here because I can't imagine that it's that. If we're being honest, the flavor profiles for Mountain Dew flavors generally kind of like within the same bubble, right? So like
Exactly. Yeah.
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 I can't imagine a Pitch
There's not
Black
too much
2
variation.
Right.
being too different from a Pitch Black 1.
Right. Like enough to be in separate tiers. Like no way.
That's kind of
Yeah.
insane. That there's that
Unless you're like a
many, man.
Mountain Dew sommelier or something.
Dude,
who's like,
oh my god. Yeah, you're like doing how like the wine tasters shake the glass.
You got the little
full
goblet,
smell.
like-
Yeah, the
Yeah.
full smell profile.
Yeah.
Notes of pineapple in this one.
It's got great legs and there's a strong nose to it. Okay, let's hit some of the big one. The Flamin' Hot. I also remember that in one of your
Weird
videos.
one.
That one sounds scary.
I also had this one once, and that was it. That was all I needed.
Yeah, like it almost like reminds me of ginger ale, but it hurts. That's like the best way to describe it.
I personally feel like that goes in the terrible.
No, yeah, it's deserved for
Okay,
sure.
All right. Fruit Quake, I do remember.
Oh,
you can't call me
controversial.
that, dude. Sorry.
I didn't call you that. Mountain Dew called me
sorry,
that.
sorry. I'm sorry.
It's literally just a fruitcake flavor, right?
Yeah. And your mileage may vary depending on how much you like fruitcake. I do not.
I don't either.
That
My
doesn't
dad is a
sound good.
big fruitcake guy, and he never had it, but I have had it, and I know that he would also not like it. So I feel like that maybe that helps put it in.
Oh
the
yeah,
terrible
like if
category.
it fails to meet the fruitcake demographic, you've completely failed with your fruit quake.
Yeah.
Dude, we're talking about Mountain Dew. What the fuck? I think it's so funny. Like, yeah, if you're not a fruitcake enjoyer, like, you're not gonna like it. And we're just talking about soda.
Yeah.
Well, Kiefer, that's because we live in the land of the free, USA.
Dude,
We do live in USA.
Freedom Fusion, baby.
What are
That's
we,
the
what are we
official
feeling
flavor
for
of the Unova
USA?
region. It's like they mixed Code Red, Voltage, and Whiteout.
Oh,
That's like
wait, those are like all good flavors.
I liked it. I was a fan. I don't really know too much what the difference between that and Freedom Fusion was.
Oh, Freedom Fusion? That one was like more like the Liberty
Like
Brew, where they tried to
lemonade?
take on the ambitious goal of combining 50 flavors into one thing. And to me, it just tastes like a Lifesavers gummy.
That's crazy.
That's like all I could like glean from it. I'd put it in the ant category.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Whiteout, I feel like also
Okay, that's my favorite flavor by far.
Okay.
hands
Banger
down.
flavor. So
it is
good.
amazing. I feel like it's maybe on the same tier as Pitch Black. If you want it in amazing, we'll put it in amazing.
I would put it near Baja Blast personally. If it's in
I'll co-sign it for amazing.
that is the one Mountain Dew flavor where like I won't go for like a Diet Coke or I won't go for a Dr. Pepper if I see that. I'll be like, oh my god, they got Whiteout. I'll take that.
Major Melon, somewhat recent.
Pretty good.
I was a big fan of it. But I also am a big like watermelon flavor fan. Like,
You're
Oh
just
yeah, I'm
full
a sure
giant
watermelon
melon,
flavor
dude.
too.
I am a big melon, and I also
Wait, it kind
I-
of makes
I
sense
kinda
that your
loved it.
mascot's a melon then.
Yeah, he's a little melon head. I would put it in great, but if it's not on the same tier for you guys, then I'm okay with
I've
it
never
going
tried
into
it.
good.
I put it in great.
My Mountain
Yeah?
Dew
Okay.
tasting days really stopped when they released Whiteout with those two other flavors
Oh
back
yeah,
in the day.
Distortion and
Yeah.
like Typhoon.
Yes!
Typhoon was the other
Typhoon.
one.
I remember those. Those were like the big ones
Voltage?
for me.
Voltage was that same.
Yeah,
era,
that was
wasn't it?
alongside Supernova and Revolution.
Yeah, I liked Voltage.
And like Supernova was the OG melon flavor before Major Melon existed.
Sangrita Blast, which is I think exclusive to somewhere.
It used to be the Taco Bell's second flavor.
Oh, yeah,
and to
that's
me,
right.
it lived in the eternal shadow of Baja Blast.
I don't think it was bad. I remember trying it once because I was intrigued, but I didn't think it was bad. It's just not great, you know?
It's just not Baja Blast.
It's not Baja
you know, like-
Blast. Okay, I don't know what Holiday Brew is. I have a sneaking suspicion what Holiday Brew is.
it was like cranberry.
Is it
Wait,
cranberry?
That sounds
Okay.
good.
Yeah, it was pretty solid.
Is Merry Mashup in a similar vein to that? Or?
They are basically the same flavor with different names to me.
Okay.
From what I tried of them.
You put this in good?
Yeah.
This is the first flavor that goes in the good category with the OG, the original.
I feel like
Mountain
that's pretty
Dew.
fitting, honestly. Yeah. There's just so many
There it
dudes.
is.
It's crazy. I
There's a
didn't
lot of
expect
dudes.
this to be so extensive.
I didn't either, honestly.
Like,
when I
where's
like
Mountain Dew
wrote
Ice?
this into the notes, I was like, "This would be a fun bit." And then I actually loaded up the website just now live, and I was like, "Oh, this is
Oh no.
way more than I did
daunting.
not prepare for this." Okay, let's do the game fuels because those I think are also pretty like iconic.
Yeah, those are iconic.
Yeah, I remember chugging those bad boys too, because that was during World of Warcraft days. I actually have the pet for the game fuel.
Didn't they do like promo with it for the movie, the Warcraft?
Oh
World of
yeah, I
Warcraft
do
movie?
think they did bring it back briefly.
They brought it back like right now, actually.
Oh,
Like,
really?
It's in
Shit.
stores again.
I guess
I
I'm
found a
going-
citrus cherry the other day.
I guess I'm going to a gas station. You know what's crazy too is that after this, you bet your ass I'm gonna go to my local gas station, buy every flavor I see, and post on like Blue Sky and tag you.
I love getting tagged in Dew posts. It's fantastic.
The
All right, of the
jokes.
two game fuels, where we feeling?
I like citrus cherry over Mystic Punch,
Okay.
but
I think
they're
I
both
agree with
pretty
that.
great. With the name Game Fuel, like I don't know, growing up, I just thought it was like magical that they created a drink for gamers.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like seen.
That was a big
that
deal.
moment.
Mountain Dew Ice is newish, right? No?
Yeah, that was like 2018. It's like the Mountain Dew Sprite, basically. It's
Ooh.
like Sierra Mist.
Oh,
but,
yeah,
like,
that's right.
caffeinated.
Wait, that sounds delicious.
It was pretty good. And then they had like a cherry one that they only did for a couple months, and like I had to drive 40 minutes to go to a
Oh
place
my
that had it.
God.
Holy moly.
It was a podunk Dollar General in the middle of nowhere. It was a kind of scary journey.
Why is that not in here? This is an incomplete Mountain Dew list. Yeah, where's the contact me for this?
Yeah.
There they are. I'm gonna-
get them.
We need this added so we can finish the podcast.
Well, wait, we can't. I remember Summer Freeze. That was what I remember as more like the Bomb Pop flavor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the Bomb Pop one.
I thought it was good. I don't know
Yeah, it
about
was great.
like. Would you put it
It was
great?
good. No, I didn't mean to say great. I meant to say good.
Great in like the hypothetical sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like in the grand scheme of sodas.
Dude,
Like,
Rayquaza looks crazy as a Rumble
Right.
Sprite.
It's
It does.
good. I love Rumble Rayquaza.
He's got like a little gap in his teeth. He's so cute.
yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead. Are there any of the Baja flavors that you have a special affinity to amongst these? Mango, Gem, Caribbean Splash, Passion Fruit Punch, Point Break Punch, Laguna Lemonade.
A lot of them really feel like rehashes of the same thing over and over again.
Okay.
But Mango Gem, that one's like great tier.
Alright, we'll
That's
put
like
that one in
alongside
great.
Baja Flash as like being like a good Baja flavor. Now, of course, none of them are Baja Blast though. I gotta say that.
I'll slap the rest of these in good because I don't think I've ever had a Baja flavor that I was like that was
Yeah,
bad.
they're all solid.
Voltage also kind of old iconic. I feel like
Super iconic.
That's like the OG blue one, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I don't know what Legend is. Do you know what Mountain
That's
Dew
the
Legend
Buffalo
is?
Wild Wings exclusive
What?
flavor.
Dude.
Yeah, it's like blackberry ginger, and I love it. Like I go to beat ups because
Oh.
of it, just to get
Right.
that.
Wait, so it's still there now?
It's still there. Like crazy Buffalo Wild Wings life hack. Like don't go do this in droves or they'll catch on. But like if you go in and just like ask them at the front counter, hey, I want a large Mountain Dew Legend. They just usually give me the cup and are like, go crazy, and I don't even pay.
The Mountain Dew hack of the
What?
century.
Yeah, Operation Soda Steel will still be the ultimate Mountain Dew hack though.
Is this going
an
S or A?
all-timer.
God, that is an
I think
all-timer.
A.
For anyone that doesn't know what Operation Soda Steel is, it was a what website did it originate on? Was it Reddit?
Oh, it was one of those gaming forums.
So somebody posted that they wanted to like because this was before Baja Blast was out in stores, like you could go buy it in stores. It was only in Taco Bell. They had this plan where they created this contraption that was like a shoulder bag that had a
Oh,
like
I remember
gallon
this.
jug in it that also had a
Yeah.
hose or whatever.
Yes.
And they were basically like sneaking. They like ran the hose through their sleeve, and they had to go into like a cup. But
The cup had like a
actually
bottom
was-
hole in it, so it looked like it was infinitely filling up.
Yeah, and it was just like a funnel that went to the hose into the like gallon bucket
Bag?
in
Yeah.
their bag.
Holy shit! I remember seeing this.
I don't know if there's anything else on here specific that you feel like we need to hit.
Out of these,
maybe one
Spark
voodoo,
is-
right?
Oh yeah, one of the voodoos maybe. Honestly, none of the Voodoos have ever really hit for me. Like,
like-
it's too sweet. Like, all the Mountain Dew, it's like the same sugar content. It's ridiculous levels of sugar. But like the Voodoos, it's like you're drinking candy.
Yeah.
It doesn't even taste like a fruit flavor anymore.
I'm gonna put it in and I'm gonna use Voodoo 4 because that's the one where they stop using fingers.
Yeah, the one where they
and
just like, instead of holding
put
up
a
4
number.
fingers, just...
I don't know what Vibe is. Do you know what Vibe is?
I want to say that that's the Witch lemonade flavor. It's kind of like Subway. Like it's in the South in a few places. Like I drive past like one of them when I drive through Texas, and like that's the only place I've seen it. Every time I've gone there, I've made it a point to stop there, and they're always specifically just out of that, but they still have it in their fountain machine. So maybe it just sells out really fast.
I don't remember Frostbite. I do. Maybe Berry Monsoon, but the rest of
Berry
these I don't
Monsoon's
think
the
I've
Sam's
had
Club
a lot
flavor.
of. Oh,
They only sell at the fountain at the Sam's Club Cafe.
Not
It's
the
really
Sam's
strange.
Club.
great. And
Yeah,
like
you get
still,
your like
that
glizzy
still
with
exists?
it. I think they might have discontinued it recently. I had it like once, and it tasted really strange to me.
I put it in. I've never had.
Yeah, it was like It's like they threw darts at a dartboard and just kind of picked the flavors to mix together there for that. And they're like,
Randomized
all right, this is the
Mountain Dew.
Sam's Club flavor. Yeah.
Frostbite.
That one's like, I don't know what it's supposed to taste like. It's just blue and it has a shark on it. I think of it as like shark flavored maybe.
Shark flavor is crazy. It's like when you go to the state fair and they give you a shark kebab and they swear to you it's shark meat.
Maui Burst.
It's exactly the same thing as Baja Gold to me. There's like no difference.
Okay.
And Infinite Swirl is literally that but blue.
Typhoon. That's old.
That
right?
is S tier
Yeah,
actually.
that's a
S tier?
great one.
Fruit Punch. That's the Hawaiian Punch one.
Spark. I
Uproar?
remember.
Oh yeah, that's the lemonade.
Yeah.
The pink lemonade one.
Lemonade or like berry
Ooh.
lemonade or whatever.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
I would put it in good maybe.
For sure.
Purple Thunder.
That's like the Circle K exclusive. That's like plum
Not the
flavored.
Circle K. Ew, plum
Circle
Yeah.
K's
flavor.
got their own. I mean,
Oh.
I would definitely try that, but I would not expect.
pretty
Plum
crazy
flavor
collab.
sounds crazy.
Have you had it, Matt?
Yeah, it's like it's pretty. I put it in good. It's really like artificial plum.
Solar Flare. That's older. I'm gonna guess orange,
Yeah.
based on the branding. Sweet Lightning.
That's
Sounds like a-
KFC's exclusive peach flavor,
Yeah.
and it doesn't.
Oh.
It's like not carbonated enough.
Oh, I wonder if it's supposed to be like
It
a
tastes like
tea.
syrup.
Oh, is it supposed to be
Maybe
like
it kinda
peach tea
is.
kind of?
Wait,
Yeah.
that sounds awesome.
That sounds good, but not carbonated enough. Sounds unpleasant.
Your mileage may vary with it for sure, depending on how the fountain machine is. Like one time I got it, and I'm pretty sure I was like drinking almost straight syrup.
I don't know that I could handle that like feeling.
I took
just
like a sip, and I was just like,
expected
ugh, and it, like my tongue was so orange that like I don't think things mix together very well.
Oh no! All right, I'm gonna put it in. We're down to the bottom 4 here. Uproar.
Uproar, that's Food Lion exclusive. That's like East
What is
Coast,
Food
like
Lion
North
even?
Carolina. It's a grocery
Oh.
store. I ordered this one off eBay, a 2-liter of it, because it only came in 2 liters, and
Oh.
it kind of just tasted like they took like a V8 fruit punch flavor with like kiwi and kind of gave it a little bit of a Mountain Dew kick. It wasn't anything too special, but it was still all right.
It didn't put you in an uproar.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't feeling like a Food Lion. I wasn't roaring or anything.
That was such a good one.
All right, last 3.
America.
The trifecta.
Liberty
These are
Brew.
the three branches of government. Liberty Brew, Liberty Chill, and Star Spangled Splash.
Star Spangled Splash, I did not enjoy. That's a red 40 flavor.
Oh,
That's all I tasted.
Oh, okay.
Red 40
Was it
Rage.
supposed to be like
Oh! Shiny
like a
Meganium! Oh!
Oh!
It
Look
looks
at
so
her!
Good.
Now let's kill it! Yo!
Oh, look at that! It looks so good.
That's
It's
sick.
techie.
Oh, shit! She's so cute!
It's so cute. God, I love Meganium. Chicory is my favorite Pokemon in Meganium. By extension, also one of my favorite Pokemon.
I love that line.
It's so good. Okay, let's get these last 2 out
Actually, I
of here
got
real
them
quick.
mixed up. Liberty Chill was the terrible one. Star Spangled Splash was good.
Okay, all right.
Star
I'll
Spangled
put-
Splash, I think, was like peach lemonade.
Oh, that sounds
And
good.
Liberty Chill is just red. They say it's red berry flavor. It just tastes like Red 40.
Oh, this
like,
says. Is that the bit for all of these? It says 50 flavors in one dew.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Liberty Brew was the original one of those. That's the one that's sitting in my fridge. It's not too great. There's a reason why it sat in my fridge for that long.
Or terrible.
Probably, yeah.
It means like it's enough to stay in your fridge and not be thrown away, I guess, huh?
Yeah, exactly,
Okay.
Gotcha.
exactly. We made it through all of that.
We did it. Holy shit.
Dang.
Let's go.
We mountain did it. It's mountain done.
It's mountain
Mountain
dew.
done. That's crazy.
Well, thank you for humoring me with the Mountain Dew tier list.
Thank you for
appreciate
hosting that. That was awesome. It's
Hey, no
always good to
problem.
like.
I'm glad I got
Try
a
and remember
green
where I
shiny
stand.
during it too. Wait, here it goes. Here it comes. Here it
Cheers.
comes.
Oh, head turn.
Ready?
Oh,
Boom.
Nailed it.
It's so cute. That's so sick.
log in to save your tier list to your profile.
Just
I
just
mean, I
download
got it. It just was funny to me that you could like make a tier maker account and
Yeah,
save all your tier
account.
list to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Tier Maker's a crazy browse. I was doing a stream once during like one of the Wonder Trade things, and I searched like AbsolBlogsPokemon, and someone had like the thumbnails for my first 500 videos as a ranking list.
Whoa.
And I was like, what is this?
That's so
It's
cool.
like I unearthed something that I wasn't meant to see.
That's
But
incredible.
it was cool.
I think you got to do that one day on a
Yeah, that would be
stream or
cool.
something.
Oh, that would be wild.
So we won't. I know this has gone on longer. The Mountain Dew tier list really extended this longer.
Yeah,
than
that
I
went crazy.
anticipated.
Oh no, it's all good.
I really appreciate you chatting with us. It's been a really good time. Obviously, we're big fans of yours, so we're really happy to see
I appreciate
to have
that.
you on and be able to talk to you about some of the really cool things that you have done for the
Yeah,
community
oh yeah,
and that
100%.
you do creatively. Is
This
there?
has been a lot of fun. This has been something I've been really looking forward to doing today.
Oh, I'm so
That's
glad.
awesome. I'm happy to hear that. Is there anything that you are, I know obviously don't want to like show your hand on
No
anything, but is there
leakies.
anything that you're working on right now that you're like comfortable talking about as far as like
I've got like
projects
so
or
much on the way.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything like game wise like Rumble Weekend Edition on the
Oh,
way right now.
Right.
But I just have a big backlog of a lot of different videos and stuff. Like I have this whole Pokewalker journey that I started in 2019.
Whoa.
And I just recently, like within the past year, kind of finished it. It was one of my level 100 gauntlet videos where I trained
Yeah.
Pokemon to level 100, and
The
it
pinnacle
started
of
out as
power.
something that, yeah, it started out as something that I was just like playing with the Pokewalker every now and then, but then I got really neglectful of it for a few years. And I came back to it this year and got the thing to level 100. And then I looked down at it. It's the Pokewalker I've had since day one. And I noticed how close it was to maxing out the steps. So I kept going with it and maxed out all the steps to it to like 10 million.
Whoa.
that's
And,
awesome.
Just going to be a little video about that journey, I
That's
guess.
so
Because like the
cool.
Pokewalker itself went on a really crazy journey.
That was one of
it's-
my favorite Johnstone videos. Was his like Pokewalker journey
Yeah.
that he had done, and all of the like specifics about which Pokemon are in which regions,
Area,
and, like,
yeah.
which areas, yeah, like how realistic it is to like catch every Pokemon on the Pokewalker and stuff. It was very cool.
There's so much depth to it, like surprisingly. Like it's really crazy how much they put into just that peripheral and like what you could catch with it.
Yeah, I was shocked, because I remember when I had my Pokewalker, it was just kind of like a fun little thing. I think the most that I remember from it was putting my spike-eared Pichu on it and like walking around with that as like, that was
Yeah.
exciting because that was all stuff at that time. But I didn't do much beyond that because I didn't really know how like deep it was, I just was so dedicated to just like catching stuff in the games that I didn't put in a lot. So it's always fun watching content like you make where you find out all of these things that you didn't know existed for these things that you've had for so long,
That's like the magic of Pokemon at the end of the day. Going back to what we were
Yup.
talking about earlier, there's
Yup.
just so much depth to everything. Like there's so many like surprising things to learn about. Like looking into like getting a ribbon on every Pokemon, the Ribbon
Ugh.
Master stuff. That's crazy.
I noticed a lot of times when you're doing videos, you're working on multiple things at once that kind of coincide at some points. For like if you're working on a hunt that is contributing to your Professor Oak challenge or whatever, that hunt becomes its own thing separate. and it becomes its own video. And I think that's such a cool way to tell multiple stories.
Just fun to like kind of just like put that into other projects and stuff to give a little bit of perspective of, oh yeah, this is how long this hunt took, because I was still doing it back when I was doing this, and that was like a year ago, and you can see it right there, and it's like everything's a little bit interwoven together. It's like we're just like fishermen, you know, just like going out on our boats and telling the story of the big catch and what all we had to do to get it. I was out there for months every day, Softly said. Like,
I'm actually gonna start calling him that. What was your big catch tonight, baby? You know, like
here's a picture of me with it, you know, posed up
literally
right next to it.
So is there anywhere specific that you want to direct people to? I know you do YouTube, you do Twitch, pretty much everywhere, but where would you like people to send people to find you?
I'd say the YouTube is the best spot to start, just to like kind of get an idea, and then like the Twitch streams are like kind of just like you get another peek behind the veil into the true chaos of things. Like I feel like some people like it's less of a thing now, but when I first started streaming, people would like click on my streams and get terrified by what the layouts looked like with all the images there, and that's just something that's happened over time.
Genuinely, if you were listening to this or watching and you have never been to a Matt stream, you owe it to yourself.
Yeah,
to experience it once. Hands down, one of the craziest Twitch experiences you can have.
Type in Baja Blast.horse into your browser right now.
I mean, you know, depending on time of the day and the week and whatever.
Right.
You know, eventually
I hope
you'll
to
be there.
Yeah, exactly. You just gotta wait a little bit. It's like your own little shiny hunt.
You keep refreshing the page.
Yeah.
Soft resetting the page. Fine boom.
Oh.
Yeah, it's when you just force close the whole browser and then reopen it.
Yeah, you alt
F4. Well, thank you, Matt. Is there any last thing you'd like people to know? Any parting words? Any words of wisdom?
Oh, parting words of wisdom. My name's Matt, but you can call me Absol.
He did it! He said it!
Crazy.